Out of Louisiana now, where Hurricane Ida made landfall just hours ago.
ABC's Elizabeth Schultze is in New Orleans. Elizabeth, how are conditions there now?
Well, Karen and Ravi, they are getting worse right now in New Orleans. This Category 4 storm is not over yet, even though it made landfall earlier this afternoon. Here in New Orleans, that's the Mississippi, and it has been rising. We've been watching the water levels rise. There is a concern about flash flooding here in the city, about that storm surge, and about these winds. There's a severe wind warning in effect right now. Of course, the reality is that the city has made a lot of preparations, but they are still worried here about this severe storm hitting 16 years to this day after Hurricane Katrina. The storm touched down at up to 150 miles an hour near south of where we are here. The governor says there will be damage from this storm. He says there will be a work to get this done, but for now he says stay home, stay safe. We do expect the president is being briefed by FEMA on this. He also says that when time comes, the government will get all of its efforts toward recovery. But right now, we are not in the recovery phase. This storm is very much still getting worse here. We can see the conditions happening. And the question now from here is how much these wind gusts will continue. You can feel this picking up still. And from here, the storm is expected to head northwest toward Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The concern there from officials is that many of the hospitals are already at capacity, guys, with COVID patients.
Incredible situation. We can see it all happening behind you right there, Elizabeth. The question now, the differences, what are they between this and Katrina, which of course hit 16 years ago to this day?
Yeah, hard not to compare it to Hurricane Katrina when it was exactly to this day that storm made landfall. That was a weaker storm, Category 3 when it hit. And actually the path of Ida, where we are, could hit the city a bit harder just based on the trajectory of what we're seeing right now. We are in the wet side of this storm. Of course, that means that some of those effects from the flash flooding, from the storm surge, they could be worse here. But I will say officials have been really pointing out that they've built up the system, they've invested a lot in those levees, in the flood protection. They are hoping that that will be enough to avoid any of that aftermath damage that we did see after Hurricane Katrina.
All right, Elizabeth Schultze in New Orleans. All right, take care down there for sure.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.